course, you're watching the Afia Morning Show. Of course, this show reaches you live from Enugu, Nigeria, every weekday and Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Once again, if you're just joining us, happy new month and welcome to the month of December 2025. And we do hope that this would be your best December yet. Nigeria's diplomatic front is set for a major shift as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has submitted 32 additional ambassadorial nominees to the Senate for confirmation. The new list, containing 15 career diplomats and 17 non-career nominees, comes just days after the president forwarded the first batch of 3 names. Now, the latest nominees include former governors, senators, commissioners, prominent public figures, and the diplomats. Among them are Reno Omokri, Mahmood Yakubu, Femi Fani-Kayode, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and several former first ladies and legislators. If confirmed, the nominees will be deployed to Nigeria's key diplomatic missions across the world, from China to Canada, South Korea, the UAE, and major multilateral institutions. The presidency says more names will follow soon as Nigeria moves to strengthen its representation on the global stage. To discuss this, we're joined in the studio by Barrister Chiagozie Nwabuko, who is a legal practitioner, to help us understand what this means. Are these names coming from a place of reward or merit? Barrister Nwabuko, great to have you join us.
And good morning to Natalie. Good morning. I wish you the best. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, this is a December surprise for many, isn't it? Let's gain your first holistic reaction of the nominees. Were you excited by it? Were you enthused? Are you optimistic or are you a pessimist?
I'm not. I'm just indifferent. I'm just indifferent. It's not unexpected. It's not. It's well expected. So that's why I said I'm not optimistic. I'm not pessimistic. I'm just indifferent. It's something I expected. However, it shows that the president doesn't care about the public perception. It's the image of the government in the International Committee of Nations. He doesn't care about that, because the handful of persons he selected, especially the non-career diplomats, are just not it. Honestly speaking, these are people who definitely does not portray that aura and charm of representing Nigeria, bro. But be that as it may, it's more or less like political settlement.
So let's begin from the simple things. Who is an ambassador, and what does it mean to be a career or a non-career ambassador in this case?
Well, for me, in a layman's language, an ambassador, for me, I describe him as the president of a country in another country. He's the image of a country in a foreign country. So if you say somebody is an ambassador, it simply means that if Chiagozie is an ambassador, that means that I am the Bola Tinubu that is seen in that country. So it should be an embodiment of whatever the nation stands for. So question, are these ones, can they stand as embodiment of what Nigeria stands for in other climes, in other countries? That's number one. Then career and non-career diplomats. Career diplomats are people who are trained, you know, they applied, they got a job in the Ministry of Interior, so Foreign Affairs, and they are trained. They move through the ranks and they are selected from a pool of people who are trained. Then the non-career settlement, politicians, friends, accolades of the president, you can just pick them and then throw them in to go and represent us. Whether they have the know-how or not, they just go there to represent the country.
But the way Nigeria is situated at this point in time, because apparently if you look at this list, the non-careers are even more, right? The way Nigerians are positioned at this point, like, do we need to be playing hanky-panky games now with, you know, selecting people to represent us at or outside, in the outside world, by the way? Do we need to be playing?
No, we shouldn't be doing that. But like I said earlier on, I don't think this government is interested in how Nigeria is perceived. If you look at the dossier, if you look at the retinue of those people he selected, the non-career diplomats, some of them had mounted very uncharitable things about Nigeria, mounted very uncharitable statements about the president. So I think maybe he's trying to get people who are garulos, who may go there to, you know, start talking anyhow and maybe attacking people outside there, because the people, most of the non-career diplomats he selected are people who actually, when you interview them, they attack the media, they attack the press, they are more or less like being on the attacking side. So for me, I don't think the president is actually interested in how Nigeria is perceived. He just wants to get his first 11 people who go out there and maybe attack those who he believes are speaking against Nigeria. So I don't think, for me, I think he should have selected people who are cool-headed, who real diplomats who have a control over their emotions. You see FFK attacking the media and even boasting that he has a short fuse. So are these the kind of people that we can send out there to represent us when Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern? So these are the things that we should look at then. I don't know.
Why did it take President Tinubu this long to select or elect the ambassadors to represent Nigeria in the world?
Maybe he was looking for people who are loyal to him, people who may influence the outcome of the 2027 election.
Yeah,
so he's trying to select people who will be players in the election.
Many Nigerians right now, they are looking at the personalities of these diplomats, ambassadors. Prof. Mahmood Yakubu of INEC. We've seen the ADC lambast this particular nomination. What's your take on a Mahmood Yakubu representing Nigeria if he's eventually screened and confirmed on the global stage?
Definitely, he must be screened, he must be confirmed. They will just tell him to take a bow, like the rest of them. We have a National Assembly that will not say no to the president. That aside, Professor Mahmood should be the last name on that list. If I shouldn't even be there.
But he's there.
Well, he's already there.
On the list.
Settlement for a job well done, because I don't see any other qualifications. This was a man that conducted a very shabby and the worst part of it is that he's not even apologetic about it. He tells Nigerians that if you're not happy, go to court. This was a man that told Nigerians, gave us the requirements for the elections, and he went against his own words, and then he denied everything and said, if you are angry, go to court. And from all as I'm concerned, he's just being thanked, appreciated for a job well done. That's what the president is doing.
So what about Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, former governor of Enugu State? He's on the list as well, being considered for this ambassadorial position. What's your take? Well,
Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi is an administrator, right? At least he ran Enugu State for 8 years. Well, one thing I must give to him is that throughout his 8 years, Enugu was relatively peaceful. He has a good way of trying to, maintain peace and security in Enugu State. So for him, I think I have no qualms with him being on the list, not because I'm in Enugu, but I have looked at this administration for the past 8 years in Enugu. Enugu was peaceful. So in the area of maintaining peace and diplomacy, I think he has some of that.
Maintaining peace and diplomacy. What about communication, strategic communication? Can he hold a conversation for 20 minutes? Can he do that, face the media and continue to engage? How many engagements did he have during his tenure as governor of the state?
I think he did that. If you are talking about Chiagozie Nwabuko, from my state, I would say, no, that one is just not it, because he's the man that attacks the media. When we asked him about the bridge he was building.
So you think Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi can defend Nigeria on a global scale, that he can speak truth to power, that he can grasp attention, wield attention with his command of the speech, the command of what he's saying? Can he do that?
No, we actually need for a diplomat. It's not that the diplomat does not stand on his own. He's actually showcasing the position and stance of the government to a foreign nation. So what we need are basically people who have the information, who have the knowledge, who have the emotional integrity and emotional control. He has it. He has it. He can control. I've listened to him severally. Understand? So I believe that he can hold reasonable discussions. He has a control of his emotions. Very important, because there are lots of attacks on Nigeria now, both diplomatical and Trump keeps on throwing jabs at Nigeria, right? So we need people like him who can maintain communication, administrators par excellence. He did that while he was in Enugu State. He saw him hold Enugu State without allowing communities to fight. He has a way of reaching out to people. Even when he should have wielded the sledgehammer, he has a way of trying to hold things down, allowing people to resolve matters amicably.
Okay. So individuals or citizens are complaining from Imo States, Port Harcourt. But my question is, federal character principle, legally, is it obtainable at this point in selecting the ambassadors?
Yes, it's very obtainable. Section 171 is very clear. If you look at Section 171, paragraph 5 of the Constitution is very clear that once maybe chief of staff, what it has to do with some offices, chief of staff, the head of service, and then ambassadorial appointment. The word used there is shall, unless, the way we change the and to me and other things. So maybe they will change it this time around. But Section 171, Section 5 says shall. So you must consider federal character when appointing ambassadors. So since Imo State is not there, federal character has not been fully observed. So
You're meant to be teaching me the and the shall, because for me, I know that shall is a must.
yeah,
So,
shall is imperative.
yeah.
It's a must. But then we may go to court tomorrow and the Supreme Court says
Well,
that shall is all.
you're meant to be the one, teaching me that because it's your field.
So essentially, it's important.
Yes.
In your view, it's mandatory for the states
It's constitutional.
to be represented.
It's constitutional, all the states.
But there are other reports and studies, because we did look at it yesterday, and we saw that it's not compulsory, according to some studies, for every state to be represented. You know, we're just talking about the southeast and south. In other parts of Nigeria, there are some states that are also not in that list.
Definitely.
All right. So, but our focus, you know how we are about the southeast, how obsessed we are with the southeast and the south. So these are the areas we're looking at now. Now, these people are not happy about it. You saw the reports.
Yes.
Imo, Rivers, they're disappointed. My governor is even in the party and yet nobody was picked from. So there's that disappointment. But they're saying, don't worry, maybe the next list, something will be done about it. So you're saying categorically that it's not mandatory for all states to be represented in such an ambassadorial
I'm saying
list.
it is very mandatory. It's a constitutional issue, like I said.
Okay, it is mandatory.
It is mandatory. Section 171, paragraph 5 uses the word shall. What is federal character? Nigeria is a federation of 36 states, right? And an FCT. So if I'm mentioning federal character, that means every state must be represented. If you dropped a state, then you have not observed federal character. That section says federal character and fostering unity. So if you leave any state, are you actually fostering unity? So appoint them. Appoint junior ambassadors. We did it in a ministerial appointment. So make sure every state is carried along. You may give some states 3, some states 2, but make sure that at least every state. They will always argue that it's only ministerial appointment. No, it's not true. Let them read the constitution. It's very clear. The word used there is shall. Federal character and fostering national unity. So if you want to do that, every state must be carried along.
All right. Okay. Final question, because we're already out of time. What's the reward? It's clear that you believe that this is a case of reward over merit for the non-career ambassadors. So what's the reward of being an ambassador of Nigeria?
Diplomatic immunity, financial reward, lagis, beautiful, soft life, good life. There is financial reward, there is diplomatic immunity, there are all the good things in life. I'm not against rewarding loyalty, but there are loyal people who are qualified. We're talking about Nigeria's image here. Yeah, you should reward those people who are loyal to you, but amongst those who are loyal to you, try and select the best because of the image of Nigeria. Our image is battered now. So we need to do sort of an image laundry so that if we travel outside there, nobody will actually maltreat us because we are Nigerians.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister Nwabuko. I mean, I wish we could go deeper, but with broadcasting, we're always in a race against time. But thank you for joining us this morning.